Guys, tips for listeners. This is my favorite segment of the show. I take it really seriously. So, we're 16 weeks in, so we've had a lot of tips. I want you guys to kind of dig deep and find something that really worked for you that maybe other DJs haven't heard before. And it's going to help our listeners out. And Raveheart, I'd like to start with you, if that's okay, man. Tips for listeners.
In terms of like DJing, never underestimate the power of silence and a vocal. Like there's one of those things where it's like, I know it's definitely bigger in the turntablist scratching community, throwing a vocal in over top that little stinger to like transition in between tracks. I don't know that many people that use it in dance music the way that I like to. But like you can hear it in a lot of my sets where like there'll be like a random quote from like David Bowie. I think I've pulled a bunch of clips from like Dead Poet Society. One of my favorite movies.
You did the MLK one I saw on a podcast.
Yeah.
A few. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, and then there's another one. I did a whole mix that I pulled from Alan Watts quotes. Oh crap! There it goes again. But basically, yeah, it's like don't be afraid to like try those weird things that like okay, maybe like you heard it from another DJ who doesn't necessarily play your style, but like if you can find a way to use it that works within what you're doing, use it. Do it. Like don't limit yourself in terms of like this is what the convention of like what a house DJ or a hip hop DJ should do. Like do your thing.
Absolutely.
That passes the test. Flying colors. Bobby, what you got?
Oh man. All right. Let me see. I'm trying to think. I guess I was thinking about it like once you asked it, kind of go back to kind of the comment that you made about Raveheart, like about the story he was telling about how he was bringing like the speaker to that one gig, and then eventually it led to him getting more opportunities from that. So I think my advice would be, be willing to go the extra mile in certain situations. So for instance, in that situation, be willing to help somebody out, not looking for something in return, just being like a genuinely good person with what you do. And when you're trying to help others or just when you're doing anything in general, you don't always have to get paid for something, and just helping somebody out in general can mean more than like any type of monetary compensation. So I guess just be willing to, go above and beyond like your role in a situation. Like I know for me, like when I play at certain places or whatever, end of the night, I'll see like the servers kind of cleaning up or whatever. And like
always help clean up. That's
exactly. I'll go in, I'll help them clean up. If I see them kind of struggling, I'll go help them, whatever. It's not, not trying to get any satisfaction from it. It's just like, I see them struggling. Let me go help them. Just, which it just kind of goes back to just being like a good person. People don't want to work with somebody that's not a good person. So just,
I think you are exactly right. And I think a lot of younger DJs need to understand that it's not like there's an interview and then you're set as a DJ. Your interview is the entire journey of being respectful and building. Yeah, I struggled there. Building your reputation, and not. I don't want to use the word entitled, but it seems like a lot of DJs think that they're just going to come in and they're supposed to play certain set times or certain shows, and
never be afraid. Like if you're just starting out to play an intro set, like you will learn. Like that's one of the things. Like for like about like a month and a half at Thump, like I was playing exclusively intro sets, and I learned more in those sets about like how I need to set things up for the next DJ after me. I learned more in those sets than I had, opening for bigger headliners. Like that was just a opening spot at a local show. So like yeah, it's like try and like soak in as much as possible. It's like everything you're doing in this scene, like there's an opportunity for you to learn from it.
Just even continue with what James has said of just like how, you know, there's like your interview is every time you're there, you know, you're kind of under review each time you play at a place, you know, so no matter what, like you always got to be on and like be that person, and be a good person each time. You know, obviously everybody has their off nights to where, you know, you might not be in the best mood or whatever, but you're constantly being like watched when you're in these places, you know, whether it's the staff or just the regular patrons, or, you know, the owner shows up, or you're opening for a headliner, you know, no matter what, like you're always on. So, you know.
Guys, where can we find you and on the internet, both and in person? Bobby, go ahead.
On the internet, my ad names are pretty much the same on everything, at Bobby Booshay 216, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook page. Facebook is just Bobby Booshay. You can find me in Cleveland DJing right now at Ivy, Forward, Dante's Inferno, Valentine out in downtown Willoughby. I think that's it for right now. But yeah, that's the majority.
What's your favorite Waterboy scene?
Oh man,
I gotta tell you,
I think just because I saw it recently, and it was whoever did a parody of it, to the conversation when they're all sitting there having dinner with his mom for the first time.
Dude, yeah.
And he's just sitting there all awkward and or whatever, and like Vicky Valancourt and his mom are just fighting back and forth.
No, my favorite part's when they invite the coach over to eat, and he's like, "What part do you think I'm about to eat?" And she's like, "Snakes don't really have parts, but if I had to call it anything, I'd say it's his knee."
Mine's got to be the no, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong. Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then runs like full on tackle. Like that was fucking great.
I'm
he
sorry.
Can do whatever he wants. Or no, the ending scene when his dad shows up. Bobby, it's me, your dad, Roboito.
Bobby, where do you play in Columbus?
The only place right now is at Seesaw, just because they're affiliated with it's under the umbrella of the Forward Hospitality Group.
Got it.
But I mean, I'd love to branch out to other places. You know, it'll happen eventually. If anything, I'll play on DJ Beek's balcony at his apartment complex.
It's a nice balcony. I've been there.
No, it's dope.
How about you?
It's dope.
Raveheart, where can we find you? Oh, sorry, James.
You can find me on Instagram, Twitter, at Raveheart Music, and Twitch. Twitch.tv/Raveheart Music. It's all pretty much the same. And in real life, if and when Thump is able to come back, you'll see me on those lineups here soon, eventually. And what is wrong with my camera? All right.
At least it's at the end.
Yeah. At least it made it this far without completely crapping out.
Officially out of orbit.
Houston, we lost him.
Yeah.
As far as 614 releases, we've mentioned him numerous times on the podcast. I was trying to have him on to have him talk about the album, but I assume he missed my call because he was on his bike. But I know it's because I know he hates taking phone calls. But shout out to Governor. He released the Work for Love EP on his birthday, 7/21/20. Check it out. That's what I'm doing right after this. I think one of you guys had said you'd listen.
That was me.
Right? Yeah. Raveheart, what'd you think of it?
Dude, it's good. It's good. It's that classic Governor Tech House. Like, it might work into my set this weekend, probably next weekend. Got to ask him about that. Make sure it's cool that I play his stuff. But you know, it's good stuff. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, he did the all original set on Twitch not too long ago, and I checked that out, and I liked it. So I assume it's going to be a lot of that. But big shout out to Govan. Happy birthday. Love you, man. And then as far as the wrap up, if you're watching this on YouTube, like the video so more DJs can find this and, you know, take use of these great tips that our DJs are offering. Subscribe to the channel. We do gear reviews. We do podcasts. I just did a tutorial video on how to deal with hosting events during COVID-19. I'm pretty proud of that one. And just all DJ stuff. I read every comment. So if you have a question for Bobby Booshay, Corrupt, Raveheart, let me know in the comments and I'll make sure they get it. And definitely glad you're here. And Corrupt, I think you can take us out, buddy.
Cool, guys. Bobby, Doug, thank you guys. Episode 16. You guys stay safe. Keep grinding.
We appreciate you as well, guys.
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
And happy birthday to Lightman number 2, Rusty Johnson.
Yeah. Thank
you for having us, guys. Incredibly appreciated.
Peace out. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Peace.